You watched his video last week for his new single, Make a Flick, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have him with us in the studio. May I introduce to you recording artist Astray.
Hey, what's going on?
Thanks for being here today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
First of all, tell us about how you got involved in making records.
In making records, man, I started rapping when I was about 12. I figured out that I could do it, and then I didn't take it too serious until I hit like 18, and then that's when I really started being like, man, this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So each year I progressed, and it became more serious, and then just I've came so far that there's no turning back now. You know, this is my favorite thing in the world.
Where do you get the inspiration for your music?
A lot of it I get through like just everyday life, stuff that I've been through or stuff that I go through, and then I get a lot of other inspiration like from other artists that I grew up listening to or that I listen to currently, and this is just a whole ball of inspiration that just comes from everywhere pretty much. I just getting inspired like spur of the moment, or you know.
So you're an independent artist,
Mm-hmm.
and your first album did very well independently, and I heard that you were even offered some, labels made you an offer, and yet you turned them down. Why is that? Most people, they get that offer from the label, and that's what they've been working for.
Oh man, that's a tough story because I personally didn't want to turn it down. It was my first offer that I had ever got on the table. It was when actually it was my third album, because it debuted and it sold 6,000 copies in its first week regionally, and we got a call from, have you ever heard of TVT? They have Lil Jon and the East Side Boys and Pitbull and Yin Yang Twins. Well, so I'm sitting in the mall selling CDs, which is like a regular thing for me, especially, you know, when I get a CD out, I just go grind everywhere. And my manager calls and he's like, yeah, we got a deal on the table. And me and my friends that are around me at the time start flipping out, like right in the middle of the mall. We're like, what? And we start going crazy. But then he's like, but we got to pass on it because it's not a good deal. It's like a deal where the A&R from that label that was trying to sign me was trying to do some shiesty stuff on the low, like take 10% of me or 10 or 15% of me for the next 7 years because he's getting me this deal. So it's something we had to pass on. But my young mind back then couldn't really understand that. So I was like real mad at my manager. I was mad at the world pretty much. I was like, man, I just want to get signed. This is, you know what I mean? Like every rapper's dream, so.
But you've had the opportunity to work with some really great people. I've heard you even worked with a producer that has been responsible for working with Eminem and some other really more popular names in music. So even though you're independent, you're still working with some of the industry's best.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and also we do get a lot of offers as of lately, especially the last year and a half. Some of them we've passed on because it doesn't match our independent status. We do a little better independently than what those labels would have been able to offer us. And yeah, for the last year and a half, I've been working out of a Eminem studio, 54 Sound, and through that, I've been able to work with a lot of bigger named artists like Eminem and D12 and King Gordy, and then that got me in, like, because I'm not from Detroit. I'm from Saginaw, but that got me into like the Detroit circuit. So then I started working with Paradigm and Chief and people like that. So yeah, it's been a really cool experience, and this last year has like really catapulted like me into higher than it's been earlier, because I do production now, and I started doing production like 4 years ago, and like for 10 years I've been rapping like strong for 10 years, but like 4 years ago I started doing production, and it's crazy, like I gained more notoriety off of my production than I did this whole time rapping, and I'm a way better rapper than I am a producer, but not to knock my production skills or anything, but it's just crazy how the game works.
So what is your ultimate goal as an artist?
My ultimate goal as an artist, I mean, I definitely want to be able to make a living off of it where I'm comfortable and set for the majority or the rest of my life. but that's not my ultimate goal. I've really liked, I really am passionate about my craft, you know what I mean, my skill and stuff like that. So I always try to hone it, and I try to get my word out there, and I just like being looked at as, wow, that dude is amazing when he raps. He ain't just a regular rapper. Like, listen to him. He's really got skill. So that's a real big part of it, and that's what fuels me. But also at the same time, you know, I want to be able to provide for my family, and I want to have nice things. So it's both, you know, any rappers or anybody that's trying to do something, follow their dreams, is going to do it because, for one, they're passionate about it, and for two, they just want to make it. They want the pot of gold at the end of that rainbow.
Okay, so last opportunity here, your 30-second plug. Why should people listen to your music?
Oh, man. I mean, you're going to get an experience of a lifetime if you listen to my music. It's heart and soul, just real talk pumped through it. And, I mean, if you're really into hip-hop and not just this, you know, rap music, this corny ringtone stuff, then, you know, come check out my MySpace, myspace.com/Astray online, and listen to my music, and I guarantee you'll like it, especially if you're into skill and hip-hop and stuff like that. I definitely. Can I plug a couple things too?
Help yourself.
I just plugged my MySpace, but it's Make a Flick. The song is available on iTunes, and if you text the word "Make a Flick," all one word, to 69937, you can get a ringtone free, a download ringtone.
For more information, be sure to check out the Entertainment Buzz blog, ebuzzed.blogspot.com. We'll put all that information up for you, and make sure you're able to check out Astray's Make a Flick. Astray, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate having you very much. And we look forward to seeing good things from you in the future.
Absolutely, thank you.
The Entertainment Buzz has to take a quick break. Don't you dare touch that dial, though, because more great stuff is coming up next.